Hi everyone, this is Roger Nix with the Upstate Home Team here at Keller Williams Realty, and in today's video I want to talk with you about some ways that we work to keep you safe through your real estate transaction. So COVID-19 back in 2020, when it first kind of launched, had a lot of people wondering how are we going to manage people's safety around the disease or the spread of the disease and people getting sick. And so there are a lot of things we put into place. And I'm still reading articles of the same kind of things that we were doing in 2020, and people are still writing articles about doing those things today. And I read one recently that made me start thinking about other ways that we're working to keep our folks safe when we're working with them, whether buying or selling real estate. And I wanted to share some of those with you now, just as an update and refresher on some of these pieces. So the first thing I want to mention to you is that we act as a gateway for communication when it comes to people contacting you directly. And that whether you're buying or selling, but especially on the selling side, because you have people out there who will call and pretend to be interested in your house, but maybe they're not, and they're just trying to get information about you and just kind of case the house for something bad potentially. I'm not suggesting it happens all the time, but it does happen, and so we want to protect against that. And so we'll provide that barrier so that people can't necessarily reach out to you directly, and then we'll protect you and your identity through the process so your number and email address aren't made public. The other thing that we'll do along the lines of selling a home is that we will install an electronic lockbox on your home. Now that electronic lockbox will actually alert us anytime it's opened. It can only be opened via Bluetooth app on someone's phone or a secondary device that allows people to open it. Because it's Bluetooth, we know who was there, and we oftentimes even know how long they were there and when they closed it off. So with that said, if we ever need to go back and see who was at the house at a certain time, when did they leave, who was the last one there, any of those kind of things, that information is accessible. Without that kind of technology and lockbox, we wouldn't have that ability. So we do provide that as a part of the process. Another thing is certainly your financial security and your financial safety. Now you're going into buying or selling a home expecting a certain transaction volume and dollars to make sense here. So one of the things that we want to do is make sure that we understand what your goals are and that we're protecting sometimes even you from you. So a lot of times people who aren't skilled and don't understand how negotiations work, because they don't do it every day, will say things unwittingly that will cause them to hurt themselves in negotiation and potentially either overbuy, spend more than they needed to, or value it too low and hurt themselves in negotiation that way. So we act as a protection for you to make sure that that happens and that your security financially is looked after. And the last thing I want to mention to you today about that is that throughout the process, you will need other folks in the transaction to help with you, whether they be contractors or attorneys or tax people, whatever it may be, right? An accountant. We are here to provide resources for that. These people have been vetted. We work with them. We trust them. We know them. And so you're not having to Google for whomever to come and help you and take care of the process. Buying and selling real estate has a lot of detail, and we're here to help you with that. So if you have any questions about buying or selling, reach out to us. Our contact information can be found below. We'll talk with you about the process and see that we make sure that we're protecting you and your interests throughout the process. As always, we thank you for watching our video, and take care and have a great day.